A senior forward, a captain, number 8, Victoria Gutierrez. A senior defender, also a captain, number 9, Kaylin Sieper. A sophomore midfielder, number 10, Heidi Bartle. A sophomore forward, number 13, Maddie Spears. A junior defender, a captain, number 14, Sophia Fiori. A senior forward, number 15, a captain, Taylor Nye. A junior defender, number 18, Bridget Sherman. And finally, a freshman defender, number 22, Annabelle Schaefer. The Crusaders are coached by Anthony Cantelli. He's assisted by Zach Marshall, Michaela Maxwell, and Tyler Maxwell.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's soccer match between the Cape and Mount Carmel Crusaders and the visiting Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles. We've got a great matchup. Obviously, this is the Holy War. This is a big one for both teams. We've got a Cape coming in at 5-7-0, and Carroll is currently at 11-1-0. But I don't know how indicative that is. Cape has played an incredibly tough schedule, played a lot of teams from Kansas City, I think they've played 3 state championship teams from last year. So the strength of schedule, and Carroll's also played some really good teams too. So I don't know how indicative those records are about how this game is going to go, but I think it should be a very competitive matchup. Most games, concerning the Holy War, where Cape plays Carroll, and really any sport, is both teams raise their level of focus and intensity for this game, pretty much in every sport. So we'll see how they do. I'm going to be real honest. This is the disclaimer part of the broadcast where I tell you that I have really no idea about soccer. I'm going to do the best I can and kind of tell you what's going on. But bear with me a little bit in terms of my ability to understand what's actually going on in the field. We've got a fairly cloudy day today, although it looks like it could clear up or get worse depending on what the weather decides to do. Not too cold, not a whole lot of wind. We got about 62 degrees, but not a whole lot of wind to deal with, which is probably a blessing here in this part of the world. Bishop Carroll's coming out on the attack here quite a bit. Looks like they've steadily had the ball on their attacking side of the field for the first few minutes here, as teams kind of settle in and figure out how the game's going to go a little bit. There's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period. Bridget Sherman's going to take the goal kick here. We'll see if Capon can make something of it. Long throw in by Carroll, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. Carroll playing with without one of their captains on the field right now. Lindsay Mall was not in the starting lineup. Who knows? I don't know whether she will play tonight or not. But that's got to be something that Carroll's going to have to adjust to a little bit as they move forward in this game. Nice save by number 22, Liza Dugan there to keep the ball in bounds. Looks like they're going to play a little keep away in the corner here. Here comes the cross, and picked up by Reese Adams, who's the freshman goalkeeper for Capon. Has done a great job this season. Picked up fairly easily by her there. This is Claire Ferguson, who plays it back to Autumn Trail, one of the defenders for the Carroll team. This is a nice takeaway by Victoria Gutierrez here. Looks like Capon's going to go on the attack. That goes to Carson Sloan, who's going to play it up to Heidi Bartle, who's taking it up the left side, trying to get in position to make a pass or an attacking play. That looks like it's going to go out for a corner kick, which I'm told in soccer is a good thing. So good for the Crusaders there on that one. Bartle to send it in from the corner. And that's picked up by Leah Littlejohn, who's the goalkeeper for the Eagles today. That was number 7, Darby Howard, who tries to make an attacking play. That's going to go out for another goal kick. Looks like Bridget Sherman's going to take that one for the Crusaders again. Or actually, it looks Annabelle Schaefer's going to take this one. Going to go out of bounds for a Bishop Carroll throw in here. Great throw up ahead to Darby Howard, who tries to play it out right, but just a little too deep for that pass to be corralled. Capon will throw in here. Looks like Capon's going to throw in again now. This is number 31, Isabel Mull. Looks like we've got a foul, and we're going to bring it back for a free kick for the Golden Eagles. Grace Long, the captain, is going to is preparing to take this free kick. That's bounced around, and it looks like it's going to clear out to the left side, but Carroll's going to recover. That's Claire Ferguson, who holds onto that ball and plays it out right to Isabel Mulligan. And it looks like it's going to be a corner for the Golden Eagles. Capen's going to take control of possession here and go up the right sideline. This is Maddie Spears, who plays it back to Bridget Sherman, who's going to try a longer pass up to try and hit Taylor Nye, but that's intercepted by a Carroll defender. Reese Adams picks that one up. Heidi Bartle is going to play it out to Meg Tilma, who's pressured by an Eagle. Looks like Annabelle Schaefer is going to play it up front, down the middle here. Hey, fellas, is there any way you guys could sit anywhere else? Sorry. That'd be fine. Thank you. Capen takes possession over here. It's playing it back and forth between Spears and Bartle. Now, talking to Coach Cantelli before the game, it looks like Capen is going to be playing a 4-3-3 formation. That means 4 defenders, technically 3 midfielders, and then 3 forwards. Although I know that there's some interchanging in there. I think he referred to it as a custom 4-3-3. So we'll see how that works out for the Crusaders. I don't know what any other formations are, but sounds great to me.
Subbing in for Bishop Carroll, number 2, Lauren Solentrop, and number 19, Avery McCrory.
A couple of substitutions in for the Eagles. We've got number 2, a freshman defender for the Eagles. That's Lauren Solentrop. And we've also got another freshman, a forward, number 19, Avery McCrory, subbing into the match for the Golden Eagles. It looks as though teams are still trying to feel each other out here and figure out what kind of strategies and tactics are going to work in this game. It looks like an incidental foul by number 10, Grace Long, for the Eagles as she was trying to attack up the middle. Free kick is taken by Bridget Sherman. She's going to send it out wide right. Pardon me.
Subbing in for the Crusaders, number 23, Victoria Behrens, and number 3, Myra Nichols.
A couple more substitutions in for the Crusaders. We've got number 3, Myra Nichols, a junior midfielder, subbing in. And number 23, Victoria Behrens, she's a freshman forward, getting into the game at about the 28-minute mark here. This is Victoria Gutierrez, who's taking it up the left side, shakes the defender, sends it up to Victoria Behrens, who just subbed into the match. Good defense there by number 5, Landon Forbes, for the Bishop Carroll. Throw in for Bishop Carroll. Ooh, heck of a backwards kick there by number 19. That's Avery McCrory, just checked in. This is Darby Howard pushing up the middle. She's going to send it out left. That was number 1 with the attack there, Leah Hankey. And that's going to go out for a corner kick there. Looks like the captain, number 10, Grace Long, is going to take this corner kick. I don't know if they consider this the right corner kick or a left corner kick, but it's a corner kick nonetheless. She's going to send it in. That's slightly poked away by Adams, but cleared out by Spears out to the right side. That'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. Here's Tilma, who tries to get the ball to Gutierrez, but it goes out wide, and it'll be a cape and throw-in. Looks like Carroll's going to play it back and regroup and kind of set their attack up a little bit better. They're going to play it up the middle. Boy, it really looks like they like playing through Long at the middle there, trying to get her the ball and just kind of see if she can make something happen. Seems to be a really good ball handler, can shake a couple people if she needs to. She's got a free kick here coming up. We'll see what they do with it. It's a little kick back by Forbes to Long. She's gonna kind of tempt the defender there. She looks like she's going to try and dribble a little bit. That's a left-handed kick, and that's a stop by Adams there. Fairly easy stop for Adams, but a nice attempt there by Long. And Adams will punt it out right to the right side. This is McCrory. A little stutter step there and pushing it out left. She's going to send it out to Hankey. Who's going to bring it back into the middle to Long, who's going to do some fancy footwork. Nice kick away by Carson Sloan there to thwart that attack, at least momentarily. Boy, that was a nice deflection by Sophia Fury there to come help out the goalkeeper. This will be another throw-in for Carroll.
Returning for Bishop Carroll, number 4, Kaylin St. Vrain, and number 31, Isabel Mull. Also, Heidi Bartle back in for the Crusaders.
A few substitutions there into the match. St. Vrain comes back in for Carroll along with Isabel Mull. Heidi Bartle is also back in for the Crusaders after getting just a real quick rest there. This is a fairly deep shot attempted there by number 12. That's going to be Brecken Hoy, wide left. It'll be a goal kick for the Crusaders. Looks like Annabelle Schaefer's going to take that one. The Capen's done a really good job of kind of having the willingness to bend but not completely break. It seems like maybe they had thought that Carroll was going to put up a lot of attacking options. And it seems like they're doing a really good job of just kind of hanging on and really eliminating those attacks before they get too progressive.
Myra Nichols returns for the Crusaders.
Myra Nichols checks in for the Crusaders. And she'll give Maddie Spears a little bit of a breather. As I found out through watching some soccer, there are unlimited subs. So like in a Premier League match, I know they get a certain number of subs. I think it's 3, it could be a different number. But in high school, you get as many as you feel like you need. That's an aggressive shot by Grace Long there. That's going to go wide and far right. Another goal kick for the Crusaders. And if you're curious about why you're hearing my voice instead of a more familiar voice, Gabriel Breitenbach, he's currently playing in a tennis match today. He could not be here for this. He really wanted to, but I think a tennis match had gotten rescheduled, and therefore he couldn't make it to this one. So unfortunately, you are stuck with me. I'd also like to thank Karina Escalera for doing the camera work tonight. She's been doing a great job, and really appreciate her efforts tonight. Capon still trying to clear the ball out of this attacking, I would say, almost quarter of the field where the ball has been stuck for at least a couple minutes here. They got to find a way to either counter off of this or to clear it so they can regroup a little bit. Carroll's going to try the left side this time. They've been on the right side for a little bit. They're going to try it out left and see what they can do here. That's intercepted by Bridget Sherman, who's going to push it up to Victoria Behrens, who gives a nice pass to Myra Nichols, who's cruising up the right side of the field. She's going to slow down and let her teammates come with her a little bit. She loses it a little bit, but finds a way to get it back. She looks like she's going to play it back to Carson Sloan, who's going to try and center it, but that's headed out by a Carroll defender. Here's Sloan. She's going to kick it out to Nichols on the right side, who's going to make a couple moves and see if she can get past and try and send one in here. Ooh, and that ball looked like it was on its way to going out, but it's picked up by Little John, and it'll be a punch from the goalie or a throw. That's corralled by Tilma, who sends it to Gutierrez, but it's taken away by number 27. That's Eve Dugan. I don't remember when she checked in, but I missed that one. That's Autumn Trail to Forbes, out to
Liza Dugan and Darby Howard back in for the Golden Eagles. Also, Maddie Spears back in for Capon.
a couple more subs as Capon throws the ball in here. That was for Carroll. That was Liza Dugan, number 22, and number 7, Darby Howard. And then back in for the Crusaders, number 13, Maddie Spears, who looks like she's playing possibly a different position than she was before. We'll see if that has some impact on what we're doing here. That's a nice pass from Annabelle Schaefer to Victoria Behrens. Nichols is going to play it back out to Carson Sloan, who's going to corral it and see where they're at. It's going to be a throw in. We'll see if Capon can make something happen over here. A throw in by Sherman. Here's Sloan, who's being pressured by a defender on the sideline. It looks like it's taken away by that defender. That defender takes care of that. That's Brecken Hoy who makes that steal, and she's going to send it up to It looks like we've got a little bit of a foul here. We're going to pause for a second. It looks like that's Heidi Bartle, who's got shaken up a little bit. Maybe a little concerned about that left leg. We'll hope she's okay, but she's up now, and we'll see how she's doing. Looks like we had a free kick there for Carroll after that mix-up. Would be a Carroll throw-in on the left side. We're going to play it back to Forbes. Just going to send it out right to Autumn Trail. Autumn Trail is going to make a longer pass up to McQuarrie, but that is handled by Schaefer, up to Fury, up to Spears, and back to Tilma. Playing a little keep away from that Carroll advanced player. This will be a throw in for Capon. They're gonna Fury, who gets a clear out here. Boy, after a solid maybe like 20 minutes of real good attacking and chances for Carroll, it looks like Capon has kind of figured it out a little bit, and this game is being played a little bit more in the midfield than it was previously. Throw in by St. Vrain there. She's going to send it back. And now they're going to try and push up a little bit. It's Brecken Hoy to Long. Back to Trail, over to Forbes, and they're going to reset and see what they've got. 15 minutes to go and no blood drawn yet. We'll see which team can really make the most of their opportunities here. I think it's about, soccer, as far as I know, it seems to be a lot about creating opportunities and then finding a way to capitalize on those opportunities. A lot of adjustments being made by both teams here. I see a lot of Capon players that are playing some different positions than they were earlier. Just trying to find a mix and a setup that kind of works for what they're trying to accomplish. Bridget Sherman will check back in for the Crusaders.
Bridget Sherman returns for the Capon Crusaders.
This will be a throw in by Fury. And I've always wondered in soccer, like, is the goal to advance the ball as far as you can on a throw-in, or is the goal to try and make sure that you have possession? Because I'm not terribly sure. Here's Taylor Nye with an advancement opportunity. We'll see what comes of it. Looks like it's going to go out for a goal kick.
Leah Hankey and Claire Ferguson return for the Golden Eagles.
Looks like we got Leah Hankey and Claire Ferguson back in for Carroll. Lucky break there for Fury. Ball hit her in the back of the legs as she was retreating to find where the pass was going. And it looks like the same thing happened again. Hit Taylor Nye in the back when she wasn't quite seeing the ball. Could be an errant pass. I'm guessing that's probably what it was. This ball's played up. It looks like it's going to go out for a goal kick. Looks like this is Schaefer taking the goal kick, and she's going to send it out to the right side, try and find a blue shirt there. And it looks like Victoria Gutierrez is the blue shirt that corrals the ball. She's going to play it out right as Capon tries to move some players up into forward positions. Looks like that was a long ball attempt for Taylor Nye. Timing not quite right on that one. And that's going to be a throw out to Forbes on the left side. He's going to advance it and then send it down the middle. Some nice passing by Carroll there. Some boom, 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 boom passing. And this is Hankey out on the far left side, who's going to do a little stutter step, and she's able to keep the ball in bounds. And Annabelle Schaefer is able to tap that out just a little bit so that the shot attempt was not quite as good as they had previously hoped. And it'll be another goal kick for the Crusaders. Throw in for Carroll. They're going to try and send it down to the middle. This is out wide right to St. Vrain, a defender who's way up and attacking. She's going to cross it, but that's going to be picked up by Reese Adams in goal. Nice job realizing what was going on there and be prepared for that. She's going to punt it out. We'll see what ends up with that. Carroll's going to play it all the way back to their defenders. Myra Nichols is up there pressuring, which forces Trail to push up a little bit. She's going to find McCrory on the right side, but that's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to go Capon's way with the throw-in. That throw-in goes over the head of Spears and corralled by Trail, who's going to push it up to St. Vrain, who's going to dribble it up and finds a wide open Long, who sends it way up the right side, but too far for McCrory. Meg Tilma with some fancy moves there to get past a couple Carroll defenders. She sends it up to Taylor Nye, who's going to play it out to the middle. This is Gutierrez, who has it taken, and it'll be Carroll's possession. Coming back the other way. Looks like we got an incidental handball there, which will result in a free kick. Carroll's going to take it quick, and they're going right away, but that pass is too strong for McCrory. This is Tillman in the middle, trying to send it out wide right to Gutierrez. That pass is a little too shallow, and it's actually handled in the end by Carson Sloan, who's going to try Gutierrez again. But it's knocked away, and this is Hankey, who is screaming up the field down the left side. She's going to center it to Darby Howard, who gets bumped a little bit, but this is going to be a shot-ish. I would not call that a shot on goal, but a shot-ish by number 27, Eve Dugan. But it looks like that threat is handled a little bit right now, although Carroll is way pushed up. Only one defender back past midfield as they reset up their offense and try and figure out what they want to get out of this. From the looks of it, it looks like they're trying to go down the sideline and then cross it in. Oh my, what a cross by, let me see who that was. That was a great pass. Unfortunately, nobody home on the other end. That was number 4, St. Vrain, who sent that pass in. But no Golden Eagles on the other side to receive it.
Isabel Bull returns for Bishop Carroll, and Victoria Behrens returns for Capon.
Bull for Carroll, and Behrens check back in for Capon. This will be a goal kick by Annabelle Schaefer. Shallow kick that's handled right on the sideline by Gutierrez, but a lot of Carroll pressure there, gets it taken away. This is Long trying to work on Carson Sloan, kicks it out to Hankey on the left side. She's going to make some moves, but that's kicked out of bounds by Bridget Sherman. Good defense by Sherman.
Breckenhoy returns for Carroll.
Breckenhoy back in for Carroll as they throw a throw in here with just almost 6 minutes left, a little over 6 minutes left in the first half. A couple shots on goal for Carroll and a couple goal kicks to one goal kick for Capon. Carroll has definitely been on the attacking side of things more than Capon has, although at this point has not resulted in any goals. This will be Grace Long to send it in from the corner.
Carroll goal scored by number 22, Liza Dugan. The corner kick and assist came from Grace Long.
Pardon the interruption there. Sometimes on goal kicks and on corner kicks, I have no idea who actually hits the ball to make it go in. So asking the crowd, we found out that that goal was scored by number 22, Liza Dugan. And of course, the corner came from the captain, number 10, Grace Long. So Carroll goes up 1-0 after the header goal by 22, Liza Dugan. So after a goal is scored, obviously you got to start changing the way you play a little bit. Being tied is different, obviously, than being down a goal. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see as we get closer to halftime what changes Capon plans on making in the second half to counter the 1-goal deficit that they now have. It'll be interesting to see what kind of changes are made with that. So 1-0, and Carroll is keeping up on the attack. This ball is going to go out of bounds, so we're going to have a couple subs here, I believe.
Returning for the match, number 2, Lauren Solentrop, and entering the match for Carroll, number 18, Elise Vermeeren.
So Solentrop comes back in for the Golden Eagles, and entering the game for the first time is going to be a freshman defender, number 18. That's Elise Vermeeren. A little shove in the back there. We've got a free kick for Capon. They've got 2.5 to see what they can do here before the first half ends. Boy, it'd be nice to go into halftime with a tie as in the middle of a tie game as opposed to down 0. That's pretty obvious. Not sure why I said that, but we'll see if Capon can make something happen here. That pass is going to be picked up by Little John. And she's going to play it out. We'll see if she goes right up the middle. All right, this is Meg Tilma who's going to have first touch on it, and that's Kaylin Sieper who sends it up to Carson Sloan. Awful lot of aggressive pressure by the Carroll defenders. Not satisfied to just let things happen. They're really pushing and pushing to see to take the ball back and really force Capon into some decisions when they have the ball constantly. Minute and a half left here. They're going to play it in. That went into Darby Howard. She's going to kick it back out. This is Solentrop on the left side. Makes a nifty move there. That's Autumn Trail who sends it up to Hoy. And this is going to go out of bounds, and I believe it will be a Carroll throw-in. That goes into Hoy. She kicks it back out to St. Frame. He sends it up to the middle to Ferguson. 59 seconds to go in the first half. We'll see what happens here. A little bit of miscommunication. That ball will go out for a throw-in. Here's Fury, who's going to send it up, trying to get the ball to Behrens. That's going to go out of bounds and a Carroll throw-in here. Carroll's playing it out wide. They've got everybody pushed up right here. What a cross. And that is handled by, well, handled to a degree by Reese Adams. She had the ball, but it looked like she got bumped while trying to gain possession of the ball. And as the clock ticks down, I think everybody's going to take a sigh of relief here and head to halftime. They're going to make adjustments, and we'll see what we have in store for the second half. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. During halftime, it got sunny somehow. So now it's sunny. So the field probably looks a hair different than it did before. And we've switched sides. And Carroll's already got a free kick heading away from the sun. We'll see what they can do with it. Just in the first minute of the second half here, with Carroll having a 1-0 lead on the Cape Mount Carmel Crusaders during the 2023 Girls Soccer Holy War. This will be a goal kick by Annabelle Schaefer. She's going to send it out left. That's Claire Ferguson who takes the goal kick, and this is Isabel Mull who tries to make something happen, but it looks like it heads out of bounds for another goal kick for the Crusaders. It'd be interesting to see what adjustments were made by both teams. Obviously, down 1-0, Cape's got to start taking a few more chances, maybe, and maybe that's more of a progressive thing. Maybe it's not the time right now to start taking those chances, but progressively as the game continues, we might see the Crusaders start to take a few more chances. They're still in kind of the bend, don't break mentality defensively. And we'll see if they're changing some things or if they're going to stick to the same thing. And we'll see as the game progresses whether they start to change some things. Meg Tillman, she's going to play it out right, but that's going to be intercepted by Carroll's Liza Dugan. She's going to send it up left. This is going to be Leah Hinkie, who is able to keep the ball in bounds, and she's going to send it back up to the middle. This is Claire Ferguson, sends it back out to Darby Howard, who sends it back out to Grace Long. Bull lets it go over her head, and this looks like St. Vrain, who's going to send it in, and that's deflected by the goalkeeper Adams, but cleared out by Meg Tilma. This is Liza Dugan up the left side. It's going to go a little too heavy on that touch. It's going to go out of bounds for another goal kick. Injury update for the Crusaders. Heidi Bartle went down earlier with it what appeared to be a little bit of a leg injury, a left leg injury. She was able to walk off the field on her own power, but with a fairly substantial limp. We have not seen her return to the game. We are not sure what her prognosis is on whether she will return and at what capacity she will return. There's Tillman in the midfield. And that's, here's Liza Dugan for Carroll. She's going to send it back to the middle. This is on trail. She's going to switch the sides. I believe that's called switching. I feel like I've heard people yell that in the crowd before. Switch. And I think that has to do with what side you're attacking at any particular given time, or I guess switching the side that you're attacking. This is Mole, who's trying to get past Fury. Fury looks like he takes control of the ball and tries to send it back up the field. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds, and Carroll gets that, or Capon gets that call, and they're going to throw it in here. However, that call is overruled by the, I don't know what you call that guy, maybe center judge? Does that sound right? I don't know. Sideline judge, center judge, maybe the center judge, but he's in charge. I know that. This is Ferguson up the middle with some fancy footwork to Hoy, being pressured by Nichols. That's go back out to Long, who's sending it out right. This is St. Vrain, who's going to see what she can do. She kicks it up to Mull on the left sideline, and that's looks like it's going to be a deflection out of bounds. So that's going to be another goal kick for Carroll, and it seems like on their last score, they scored off a corner kick. So we will see what they can do with this next opportunity. This will be their, I believe, their 4th corner kick. This will be Grace Long sending it in. She sends it in. That is a heck of a header. Wow, that was very impressive by Leah Hankey with an incredible goal there.
Goal scored by Carroll's number 1, Leah Hankey. The assist goes to Grace Long.
So add up another one for Carroll. It's now 2-0, and boy, those corner kicks have paid off. That's the second one actually in a row that they've scored off of a corner kick. And from the looks of it, Hankey just rose up and just got above everybody else on that, on a beautiful pass from Grace Long. Looks like that might be part of their strategy to try and send it in, get a deflection out of bounds, and then go from the corner and see if they can attack that way. So now, you know, with plenty of time left, so much time left, but Capen's got to start taking a few more chances, being a little bit more aggressive. They've struggled to really pressure the goalie at all. They do not have a shot on goal yet. They may have a shot, but not on goal. They've really got to start finding a way to create some more opportunities, a few more chances to make some things happen. Play it back to Schaefer, who makes a nice move up to Spears, who's going to bring it back out. Play back to Kaylin Sieber, who's able to kick it out a little bit, but that's picked up by Hankey, who's attacking down the middle on her right foot. She's going to make a decision here, and she's going to kick it back out to, I think that's Isabel Mull, who's going to cross it in from the right side. It's a little deep, and the shot attempt by Liza Dugan is just far left. Probably didn't get to that pass as quickly as she had wanted to, but another excellent opportunity for Carroll.
Returning to the match for Carroll, number 19, Avery McQuarrie.
So Avery McQuarrie comes back in for Carroll, number 19. Not sure who she replaced, but she's playing up front in an attacking position. We'll see how that goes for the Golden Eagles as they play it back to this is Forbes, back over to Trail, and then out to St. Vrain. Looks like they do this kind of progression, I guess you could call it, like a sequence of passes where they go to their defenders, they kick it up to the right side, and then they attack middle or up the sideline. Looks like that seems to be a trend and something they're trying to do consistently. This long pass intended for Taylor Nye, just a little too deep, is going to be picked up by Little John. Doesn't appear as though Capen's sending up a whole lot of pressure on these Carroll defenders. Here's Ferguson, who's going to send it slightly deep, but Schaefer's going to clear that out. This is Gutierrez over on the left side. We'll see if she can do something with, looks like it's going to be a Capen throw in here as the ball goes into the stands off the deflection. Here's Fury, he's going to send it in. She's looking for Taylor Nye, who's going to let it bounce over her head, but it's picked up by Autumn Trail. Capen recovers. This is Gutierrez again. She's a little bit of a bump there and sends Gutierrez down. It's going to be a free kick for Capen at, I wouldn't say the quarter mark of the field, the pitch, I guess you would say. This is soccer, so it's a pitch. But this is going to be Fury taking this this free kick. We'll see what she can do with it. So that's sent in. Looks like Carson Sloan gets a touch on it first. Maddie Spears is making a run at it, but that's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be a goal kick. Looks like we got another injury here. Right now it looks like Carson Sloan, I believe, is slow to get up. May have potentially bumped heads on one of those 50-50 balls, which is so easy to do in soccer. We'll hope she's okay, but we'll take a break for a second.
Checking in for the Crusaders, number 17, Nora Smith, and number 7, Reese Polk.
So Carson Sloan was able to go off under her own power. We're going to hope she's okay. I believe she's going to go through the concussion protocol. Our fantastic sports trainer, Dustin Dishman, was all over that. So we'll hope she's okay and maybe has a chance to re-enter the game. But checking into the Crusaders for the first time here in the second half is number 7, Reese Polk, a sophomore midfielder, and then number 17, Nora Smith, a sophomore forward. Maybe to add some energy for the Crusaders offense, maybe to just show the Golden Eagles a little bit different look offensively. We'll see what they can do. This ball is played up to Darby Howard, who handles it. She's going to send it to McCrory, makes a nice move, and she takes the shot and buries it. That was some incredible footwork there by number 19. And number 19, that's Avery McCrory.
Bishop Carroll, goal scored by number 19, Avery McCrory.
So, with 29 minutes to go, the deficit is now 3 for the Crusaders. They've really got to put the pressure on now. I don't know how you do that in soccer necessarily. I know in basketball what you would do. Obviously, I know more about basketball than I know about soccer. In basketball, you would do a number of things, which I imagine would translate to soccer fairly easily. Basketball, you could press, you could start trapping some things. But basically what you're doing is you're taking more people away from your defensive end and putting them in more of an attacking position. So you're giving up your solid defensive structure in like a press or something like that. Something like a half-court press or half-court man-to-man defense or zone defense is going to be much more difficult to score on than like a trapping half-court defense. But you're giving up easy buckets sometimes when you do that sort of thing. I'm not sure with the low amount of goals scored and the low amount of points scored throughout the game in a soccer game, whether that's really the smartest thing to do. So we'll see what the coaching staff for the Crusaders decide to do. It looks like they've earned themselves a corner kick right here. This is going to be look like Annabelle Schaefer, and we've got a scramble in the middle, and that's going to be cleared out by Carroll. And here comes the Golden Eagles. That's Leah Henke who sends it out, but Sophia Fury corrals that and handles it to reset up the Cape and attack. Good clear by Bridget Sherman there, but she takes a little bit of a spill after a collision with the Carroll player. That'll be a free kick for the Crusaders. Maybe an opportunity for them to go make something happen offensively here if they can get a nice ball deep into that other side. That's going to be cleared out by Autumn Trail. Here's Meg Tillma, who has possession of the ball. She's going to send it up to Gutierrez. Back to Tillma. She's going to send it up, but that's going to be cleared out back to beyond midfield. Ooh, a little bit of a collision there as well. Doesn't look like a whole lot of foul. I like the effort there, and I don't see really a reason to call a foul there. Good competitors just playing hard. This is Nichols on the left side. She's going to send it out right to Fury, who's going to make a great save there. She's going to send it up to Nichols, who's on the left side. She's looking to attack. That gets poked away, and here comes Grace Long, who's going to send it out right to McCrory, who's going to send it back to Solentrop, who's going to send it upfield, but it's corralled by, I believe that's Isabel Moe, and that pass is going to be picked up by Reese Adams. This is Landon Forbes. She's going to send it over to Ferguson, who's going to send it up to Long, but that's a little bit too deep of a pass. Here's Fury trying to make something happen with some fancy footwork. Schaefer gets tripped up there. It'll be a free kick for the Crusaders. Nice takeaway there by Grace Long. She's going to send it up right to McCrory. Send it out way left to Bull, but there's nothing there, and that'll go out for a goal kick.
Returning for the Golden Eagles, number 4, Kaylin St. Vrain, number 7, Darby Howard, and number 27, Eve Dugan.
3 substitutions for the Golden Eagles. That's St. Vrain back in, Howard back in, and Eve Dugan enters back into the match. Here's Gutierrez, who gets around a Carroll defender, but that pass is a little short for Barons, and Carroll takes over. They're going to come down the right side again. Another collision. 2 players go down, but that's going to go out back to Annabelle Schaefer, trying to work against Howard. That's going to be deflected out of bounds. That'll be a cape and throw in.
Maddie Spears returns for Capon.
Maddie Spears returns for Capon and gives Gutierrez a break. And we'll see with 22 minutes to go. Time's a ticking. You know, I think Capon just needs to find a way to get some shots. Whether they're good shots or bad shots, I feel like we've progressed up like 3/4 of the field, but there's like a barrier there that we can't get past that 3/4 mark. And if we do, we somehow turn it over. I think that's probably where we need to figure out. But hey, and here we go. Here's Meg Tillman, who's got possession at three-quarter of the field. She's going to push up on the right side. She's going to go down. And that ball is going to be cleared out by St. Vrain and throw in by Bridget Sherman. We'll see what they're looking for. Crusaders in a nice position here. That ball is going to be thrown into Nichols, and it's going to bounce out to Reese Polk, with nobody around her, but that's taken away from Carroll. That goes out to Howard. She's going to turn left, but Sieper's there to stop that. St. Vrain's going to recover, and then she's going to push up. Long pass. Solentrop, who's very fast. Or not Solentrop, but Bull, who's very fast, almost caught up to that one.
Returning for the Golden Eagles, number 18, Elise Vermeeren.
Elise Vermeeren checks back in for the Golden Eagles. Here's Reese Polk, who gets a nice takeaway from a Carroll player, but Carroll recovers right away. I don't even know if you would count turnovers. I don't know if they count turnovers in soccer, because I feel like there would be turnovers all the time, everywhere. So I don't know if they. I'm sure there's an advanced metric stat out there that keeps track of how many successful passes you make. And right at that point, we've got a goal by Isabel Mull. That's going to make the score 4-0. And with 20 minutes to go, we are in a difficult situation here.
That goal for Bishop Carroll scored by number 31, Isabel Mull.
So that goal scored by Isabel Mull, that might be her second, that might be her first. I can't remember. My statistician is taking the night off, so I do not have those stats for you, nor do I have the turnover stats for you either.
Correction, goal scored before Carroll by number 7, Darby Howard.
Correction on that goal, it's scored by number 7, Darby Howard, as I was informed by a parent. So with 19 minutes to go, we've got 4-0 Carroll, and the offensive, I would say it's more toward the center of the field than it was in the first half, but the push-up in terms of offensive capabilities, it is not progressing the way that maybe Capon would have liked to right now. This is Nora Smith over on the right side trying to make something happen. They're going to play it back to Nichols, who's going to stay on the right side and send it back to Nora Smith. We'll see if they can make something happen. Carroll's going to take over that possession, and they're going to send it up the right side of the field. Looks like we got a foul, and it'll be a free kick for Capon. 18:30 to go. We'll see what we can do here. This is Fury going to take this free kick. She's going to send it deep, trying to find Spears, who ducks out of the way of that one. And here is Autumn Trail, who sends it over to, I believe that's Liza Dugan. Here's Meg Tilma out in the center, nobody around. She's got some time to figure out what she wants to do. She's going to send it over to Fury, who's going to try and center it a little bit, send a pass up to Spears, but that's taken away, and it's back to Grace Long, who's going to send it deep. Caitlin Seepers there to corral it right away. She sends it out to Bridget Sherman, who's going to send it upfield, at least back over to Carroll's half of the field. Here's Breckenhoy over to St. Vrain on the left side. She's gonna dribble it up herself. A little give and go with Darby Howard there. She's gonna send it back to Darby Howard. And a shot on goal there, but no good. A little bit of a deflection there by either Seeper or Schaefer, but that's ultimately picked up by Reese Adams in the goal. So nice attack there by the Golden Eagles, but just couldn't find a way to finish that one. Here's a crossover, but that's going to be picked up on the edge after the header attempt by Sherman. That's a throw in by Mole. But we are going to have a couple substitutions before we get to that.
Entering for Bishop Carroll, number 1, Leah Hanking, and also into the match for Bishop Carroll, number 40, Olivia Stahlbaumer.
So a couple players back in for Carroll. That's number 1, Leah Hankey, and then number 40, a junior midfielder. That's Olivia Stahlbaumer, number 40 for the Golden Eagles. Here's Nichols, who's going to send it out wide, but it looks like it's just going to run out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw in for Carroll with 15:45 to go. That's a throw in. Sherman gets it over to Tilma. He gets it into the middle for Reese Polk, who sends it way out left, but that's intercepted by a Carroll defender, and Carroll's going to take possession and see what they can do. They're going to play it back, and they're going to play it up the right side. That's an interception by Maddie Spears, who's going to bring it up the middle. That's going to go to Myra Nichols. She's going to keep pushing up, but an errant pass goes to a Carroll defender, and Leah Hankey's got it at midfield. And here's Breckenhoy up the middle. She's going to send it deep, and that's going to be picked up by Reese Adams, who's going to punt it or throw it. This is Leah Hankey, who centers it over to Darby Howard for the goal. That's going to make it 5-0.
Goal for Bishop Carroll by number 7, Darby Howard. Leah Hankey with the assist.
So another goal for Carroll. That makes it 5-0 with about 4.5 to go. That's Darby Howard's, I believe, hat trick. I believe that's 3 goals for her, and an assist for Leah Hankey. So with about 4:11 to go, Capen's down 5-0. They really have got to make some things happen real quickly and real frequently, which I guess are the same 2 things, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. Well, quickly is doing something quick. Frequently is doing something quick and often. So yeah, I'm on the right page. This is Darby Howard, who's double teamed in the center. That's taken away by Ellie Knipp, who subbed into the game for Capen.
Entering the match for the Crusaders was number 19, Ellie Knipp.
Maddie Spears out right, sends it over to Tilma, who's got pressure immediately from Darby Howard. Sends it over to Gutierrez, who's checked back into the game. She takes a deep shot. I don't know how far away that was. 60 feet, 20 yards maybe. I'll give it 20 yards, 60 feet. Easily picked up by the goalkeeper, Little John. And Carroll is back on the attack. Boy, as you watch Carroll, boy, it seems they're really methodical. It seems that they're trying to do the same thing kind of over and over and over again. And they're very particular about where they want the ball to go and when they want it to go there. Not sure if that's just a normal soccer thing, but who knows. This is, I don't know who that is. That is number 4. I think it's St. Vrain. Excuse me, that was Elise Ramiran. We've got a number of subs checking in here. I would love to tell you who all those subs were, but there were so many that I don't even know if it's worth the attempt. So another corner for Carroll. We'll see what they can do. Looks like that's a little bit of a miss hit by Hinkie there that pops it up, but it's sent back in. Shot attempt that goes awry there.
Subbing in for the Crusaders, number 12, Samantha Graham.
This is Hinkie, who receives a pass on the left side. She's got an attack. Nice knee save by Reese Adams there. What a great save by her. Coming up on the 10-minute mark left in the second half. We'll see what the Crusaders can do to maybe create some opportunities for themselves or push the issue for themselves. But it's going to be an uphill battle trying to close that deficit. And Carroll looked content to play a little bit slower now as we continue. Kind of taking their time with the possession. Cape plays it over on the left side with Gutierrez. She's looking to go middle with it and gets tripped up and lands pretty hard. We'll see if she's able to, she's back up on her feet. We're good to go. And we'll get a free kick just on the offensive side of the field for Capen. This is going to be Fury taking this kick coming up on the 9-minute mark. Boy, you'd like to see, really like to see Capen put one on the scoreboard here. But the chances have got to come for that to happen. Looks like we're going to get a free kick at a very advantageous situation here. The referee's going to stop the clock in the middle here and set up this free kick right outside the goalie box here. It's about as close to a penalty kick as you can possibly get. So as the referee is setting him up, we'll see what they decide to do here. And this is going to be Maddie Spears, but that fortunately goes directly to the goalie. Little John will pick that one up, and it'll be a Carroll punt or throw in here as we continue. But mark it down as a shot on goal for the Crusaders. Those are kind of the opportunities they're looking for. They just need to increase those opportunities. We'll see if they can do that as we continue on. Here's Meg Tillman, who gets a nice takeaway and sends it upfield, but nobody home for that one. And it almost looks like they called a foul on this, and I think they did call a foul. They're going to bring it back to center field and have a free kick for Fury here. Maybe we see something similar to what happened last time. We had a free kick at about the same spot. Maybe a blue shirt can go up and get ahead on this. We'll see what we can do. It's going to go in, but Grace Long is going to take care of that as she controls possession and lets Carroll travel down the field a little bit. But it looks like they're not wasting a whole lot of time as they progress. This is going to be Eliza Dugan who's pushing it up, but that's taken away by Spears. Sends it over to Tilma. Tilma back to Schaefer, who boots it up to Gutierrez, to Nichols, who's had control but lost it. This is good. Back to Grace Long on her offensive side of the field. That's a deep pass to number 19. I believe that's McCrory, who's already got a goal on the day. Here's Olivia Stahlbaumer, I believe. Takes a shot, but Reese Adams is there to handle that one easily. Here's the punt out to center field. Stahlbaumer is going to hold on to that one and play it back to Trail over on the right side. He's going to play almost like a skip pass, skip a player and send it up. And I believe this is Solentrop up on the right side. And she's going to take a little bit of a hit there from Gutierrez. And there's going to be a free kick over there. So we've got Grace Long, who's got at least 2 assists on the day, if not more. She's going to take what really ends up being basically a corner kick. She's going to send it in, and we're going to see what's on the other side. Wow. That bounces around a couple times, but finally located by Adams, who secures it, and it'll be Cape and back coming the other way. Here's Maddie Spears, who's going to send it to Nichols. Who's going to send it to Gutierrez, who's going to take a shot, another deep shot, but that's easily handled by Littlejohn. Just under 5 minutes left here. Actually, the clock's a hair wrong. I'll let it catch up.
Returning to the match for Carroll, number 4, Kaylin St. Vrain, and number 31, Isabel Mull. Entering the match for the Crusaders, number 7, Reese Polk, number 23, Victoria Behrens, number 20, Cabrini Orr. Also in for the Crusaders, number 5, Bridget Hand, and number 16, Hannah Lowe, along with number 11, Jesse Kemp.
A number of subs have just checked into the game. I'll try and get you caught up with those as soon as I know those numbers. But a large number of subs have just checked in. I'm actually trying to get the scoreboard back on board here, but it seems to be doing its own thing here. We're at about 3:47 right now left in the game. I'll just see if I can get it caught up here for you. Ooh. So that was a shot by Mole on a nice cross by, I believe that was Vermeeren. No, that was Hankey with the cross, but went over the goalpost a little too high. Your subs that just came in for Carroll were number 4, Kaylin St. Vrain, number 31, Isabel Mole. In for the Crusaders was number 5, Bridget Hand, number 7, Reese Polk, number 23, Victoria Behrens, number 20, Cabrini Orr, making her first appearance, and then also making her first appearance in the match, number 16, Hannah Lowe. So number of subs in for the Crusaders that have not seen time so far today. Carroll has not made those similar changes. And I'm not sure what that move is, but I have no idea what that move is. I don't know. They look like a free kick, but I have no idea how that's supposed to look. That did not look quite right. We got about 2:20 to go left in the game here. They're going to play it out short instead of sending it in. That was Ferguson who sends it in, but that's picked up by Adams. And we'll have a punt here coming up on 2 minutes to go in the game. So as we kind of wind things down here with just over a minute left to go, you know, not knowing much about soccer, the takeaways that I would take away from this is, you know, they played an incredible first half where you held them to 1 goal, which was a really good goal. I mean, it wasn't a cheap goal. It was a really, really good goal. Here's a shot by Victoria Behrens, which goes over the crossbar. But, you know, your first half was solid. You played solid. Carroll scored on a really nice goal. You got to be happy with how that first half went. Things kind of loosened up in the second half, and although Carroll wasn't there, they weren't pressuring as much as they had offensively. The ball was not on their offensive end as much as it had been in the first half. Their chances were a little better. A few more corner kicks, or just maybe even just better placed corner kicks to where they could make something happen after that. You know, I think if you're Capon, you look at this game and you think, man, what a great first half we had. We just couldn't put the two halves together. I don't think it's one you look back on and be disappointed with. Obviously, the girls will probably be a little bit disappointed about the result of the game. Both teams really want to win this game, but that's kind of how the cookie crumbles. Coming up next for the Crusaders, as that's your final. That's going to be Cape and Mount Carmel 0, your Bishop Carroll, and then your the Golden Eagles of Bishop Carroll 5. That's going to be your final score. Up next for the Crusaders is an away game at Blue Valley Southwest. That game's going to be on Saturday, May 6th at 1 p.m. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you bearing with me as I talk about things I don't know. But thank you. I hope you have a great evening and enjoy your weekend coming up tomorrow. Thank you. See ya.